Everybody's screaming, who gonna be the boys? Who gonna be the boys? I don't know. I only know who gonna be the girls. I stay out of men's business. That's for y'all to figure out. I want the highest of heels and the shortest of skirts. That's all I know. Bye.
I'm just really here sitting here thinking how I'm just so grateful that I'm not a nigga, because it always needs something. Listen, a bitch always need help. A bitch always need something.
Something I've been wanting to talk about on this app for so long is the difference between certain spaces and how men react to women in different spaces, like low income versus high income spaces. And like, I genuinely notice a difference. So like a couple years ago when I was working corporate, I used to have an Equinox membership, and I could go into this Equinox with like the cutest matching set on. Nobody would say a word to me. I mean, maybe like people would look at me casually, but no one would say a word to me. There was never any like overt flirting or like catcalling, anything like that. But yo, I live in the Bronx, and like, you go out in shorts. I'm talking regular shorts, not booty shorts. I'm talking like regular biking shorts that almost go down to your knees, and men are breaking their necks like they've never seen a woman before. Harassing you, like, what is up with the men that are just like in these low income spaces versus the men in higher income spaces? Like, they just don't act like this, and it's so sad. But what the hell is going on?
Somebody in the comments said richer men are in more demand, so it's easier for him to get women. Exactly. The men that you want don't necessarily need to pay attention to you. Period.
I've fallen for this I don't need a man propaganda that left you single. Just like y'all fell for the girl boss propaganda that left you stressed. Just how y'all fell for the you can have it all propaganda that left you burnt out. Just how y'all fell for the body positivity propaganda that left you unhealthy.
I think it's time to finally admit that I'm tired of being single and I want to be in a relationship. I really want a boyfriend. Like, is that so bad to say? Like, I want someone to do things with, go grocery shopping with, go to the beach with, like cuddle with, tell each other secrets, watch movies, like go do random things, go to rooftops, go meet each other's friends. Like, I just missing that relationship in my life, and I am not ashamed to admit it.
No, it's not a bad thing to want companionship. This is what men want. But whenever a woman says, this is what I want out of a relationship, a man has to bow down to that. But when a man says, okay, if you're going to bring that, I would like this. Since we're communicating, so it'd be fair and equitable for the both of us, all of a sudden he's a misogynist.
And I don't like no overly sass man. Like, we sitting up eating Subway and you telling me how you got another foot long I could put in my mouth? Like, get the fuck out of here, real, because now I don't even want to no more.
Jess in the comments said, if I like him, it's a different story. I don't know. And it's at 5,947 likes. I looked at this video probably 20 minutes ago. Maybe 20 minutes ago. It was at 5,500 then. 5,583 likes. It's now at 5,947 likes. 5,947 women co-signing that if I like the man, it's going to be a different story. He can say that to me.
So some girl on here said she went through a breakup. 5 hours after the breakup, she was going on a date because she was a good girlfriend, and there was never a roster, but there was always a line. Yeah.
So now it's acceptable and we're doing this click, click, click when a woman's doing it. But if a man were to do it, he's not healed. He has problems. He needs therapy. Okay. Y'all be telling men to stay up out your face. I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen.
Women are becoming the men in dating now. Because of all of the post-Me Too, women have to now learn how to approach men in real life.
Girls, listen up. We as a society, as a generation, have got to stop giving men so much credit and validation. The amount of guys that I see on TikTok that post like mirror thirst traps and like have their hat on and then they turn it backwards. literally have so many followers, and they like, what value are they offering? Like, what, that is easy on the eyes? Like, come on, as a society, let's stick together, let's build the girls up. Like, how easy is it for men?
A woman said if men don't stop dancing and start building things, we did build things. That's why we can dance. We worked, and now it's time for us to play. Stop being a hater.
You don't have boyfriends? Are you going through like your whole phase right now?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's alright.
What about you? You going through your whole phase too?
No, I'm going through my career phase, so I'm a financial advisor. So I don't want a boyfriend.
How'd that make you feel?
I feel like a real hero.
You should.
I appreciate it because the woman in black is looking at her friend like, what are you talking about? And as soon as she got the opportunity to speak on what she had going on, she said, no, that's not about me. I'm not about to be out here doing foolishness. I need to go and get my education. And that made that other woman say, oh, shoot. Makes me feel bad that I even said that. Exactly. Accountability.
The reason why men are clapping back so hard on the way that women are talking about them is because for millennials and Gen X, this shift of them no longer being like the default dominant gender happened in their lifetime. They grew up literally as boys and teenagers and in their early 20s being told that they were the dominant default gender. It was all in our media, and literally all of our movies, our books, our TV shows, our music. I remember growing up constantly hearing rap songs saying things like G's up, down, or bros before or whatever. I remember the pick-me energy that awakened in me of just wanting so badly to not be one of the. So I was going to do whatever it took to make sure that these men didn't think I was a. It was just always about catering to them so that we didn't get lumped into this entire group of people, this blanket statement that we were painted with as just how they're having the tables turned on them because we are lumping them all in together when we say all men until no men, and they're feeling lumped in the same way they used to do to us. And when they did it to us, they know how good that felt to them. They know how powerful they felt being able to say that stuff about us, and we just had to take it. It was the cultural norm. You didn't speak up against like that. So they think that that's how we're feeling, when what we're actually doing is just holding them accountable. But they were doing it to dominate us, and so they think that's why we're doing it too. As kids and teenagers, they were fully expecting to grow up and inherit this unearned privilege of being the default dominant gender. And they got to adulthood and the prize wasn't waiting for them. They're pissed because they feel robbed. That prize was supposed to be waiting for them at the end of the finish line. And here women swooped in and picked it up and took off running with it. That gotta suck. That's why they're clapping back so hard.
I'm telling you, I get where you're coming from, but the more I listen to you and a lot of these women, y'all really need to go back to therapy. It's not working. It's not working. Y'all sitting up here saying, I'm doing the healing, I'm doing the inner work, but then you get online and say stuff like this. How is a man to believe that you're actually healed? Mentally, you are not in a state to be around anyone. You need more therapy. You need to lay some burdens down. I'm serious.
Do you know what the funniest difference between men and women is? The way that women lie to each other compared to the brutal honesty that men have towards each other. Let me give an example. If there's an overweight woman and she asks her friends, do I look fat? All of her friends are gonna say, no, girl, you look amazing. Oh my goodness, bestie. No, how could you think that? You're a queen. And if a man's overweight and he goes to his male friends and asks if he looks fat, his friends will be brutally honest and say to him, yeah, bro, I know 5 fat guys and you're 4 of them. Like, it's insane. And then the craziest thing about this is that women will then say that they're better friends and that they empower each other more and that they're better for each other than men are. The only way you're gonna have a true friend is if they're honest with you. And women, you clearly demonstrate that you're not.
Ladies, we have to stop dating men below us. When I say this, if you have 2 degrees, you need to date a man with 2 degrees. If you got 2 jobs, you need to date a man with 2 jobs. If you got your own place, he better have his own place. If you have your own car, he better have his own car. Everything that you have, this man better match you or do better. Because let me tell you, dating a man below you, and I'm telling you like by experience, because for me, I be seeing potential in these men, and it has literally continued to, oh Lord, it continued to set me back because, for one, I be crashing out because they literally will play in your face because they know you are way better than them. They will start be like, oh, well, you're this, you're that, like literally throwing your accolades in your face, like trying to humble you in a sense, or trying to demean you or lower you. There's just so many levels to it. Did y'all see that?
Well, it sounds so dumb that the storm is saying, get up out of my face with that foolishness. Go in the house with that nonsense.
I don't know what goes through men's head that makes them think they're the ones that deserve to be chased. Are you okay up here? I'm not chasing you no matter what. You are not the woman to be chased. Like, I don't know what you guys expect or what. Oh my God, no.
Women did when they said, I want a man with this, with that, with this, and with that. And then that man says, oh, shoot, I've got this, 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 and that. Bingo. Come get your prize. Simple.
Misandry is being rebranded as empowerment, and I just do not think it's helping us. I created a video on this previously, and it really pissed some people off, and I understand why. I said it in my last video, and I feel like it's important to say again. I absolutely acknowledge the ways that women are hurt by men. We are hurt by their absence. We are hurt by their egos. We are hurt by their inability to hold space. We're hurt by their aggression and their dominance. I know. And what I'm saying is, in order for our system of patriarchy to change, we need an emotional revolution. And that's not going to happen if we're all down the man-hating rabbit hole. There's a way to critique patriarchy without writing off half the population. We can demand more for ourselves without deciding that all men are useless. Turning away from men is not the same as healing from men. That's my car. And turning against men is turning us into the very thing we hate the most. We're fighting for power and control and dominance, and that's not what we want either. Real healing and real empowerment is about breaking the cycle. It's about loving yourself more than your proximity to dysfunction. And the more we are polarized on this issue, the more dysfunctional it's going to be.
Somebody in the comments said there's no such thing as misandry. When I just saw on another video, a woman said, I'm not a feminist. I'm a misandrist. Stupid.
A lot of y'all want to decenter men. I'm telling you, our community can't afford to do that. Leave that to the other communities and don't let them trick you out your spot. I can let them other women trick y'all out your spot if y'all want to. I promise you, these other women are not out here in real life decentering their men. We are the only community that's falling for this dumbass. We are the only community that's sitting here and saying, oh, we don't need men. I'm going to go to the sperm bank. My kid don't need a dad. How selfish do you sound saying that your child doesn't need a father? Every kid needs a father. Every child needs two parents, okay? And there's no shade towards, the same-sex couples because, I like to sway, different, real fluid. But let's get back to the topic at hand. I'm not saying that you have to speak to everybody who speaks to you. I'm just saying I like to consider it. I like to consider speaking to most of the people that speak to me. And I don't even have to speak back because most of the times I speak first. I am diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, right? And a lot of people think that's like, oh, I like things clean, which I do, but that's not what it is, right? I like things organized, it's not what it is. I have a lot of thoughts that just go, intrusive thoughts. So a part of my intrusive thoughts, outside of like hurting people, is that my brain just goes and goes. So I'm like, oh, I like that, like that. And I say that all day. I like your shoes. I like your hair. I like, even like a little kid would come in with their Disney and princess dress. Oh my God, you look like a princess. That's just me. I think I say it if it's nice. But the thing is, I don't even think things that aren't nice. Whatever. So y'all can call it what you want. Y'all can call me what y'all want to call me. But the truth is, I'm God's child. So nothing you say is going to ever sway with the way I feel about myself and the way that God feels about me. I understand that everything we see, it's in our minds. We don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. We don't see things with our eyes. Our eyes just process information and emotion, and then we figure out what to do with it up here, right? Now, with that being said, I'm going to continue to speak to my black man. I'm going to continue to speak to my black brothers. Y'all can call me what you want, but you can't call me hurt. You can't call me hurt and bitter and none of those things. I never said that y'all had to speak to them. I just said that I do. Because I genuinely care about our community, and I want our community to do well. I want our community to come together and to work together and spread love and joy. Be kind to one another.
Actually, once again, I thank you for the message, but it's not just black people. I'm thinking of a woman right now. White. Then went out there, started her whole business. Congratulations, boss babe. Congratulations. I see her all the time. Got a child by herself. I heard another one talking about maybe I'll go down this way so I can have a baby, or maybe I'll do this or I'll do that. What they're trying to do is use a man for one thing and one thing only. They really don't get the concept of relationships, and they're wondering why men don't want to be with them.
Every time I hear women complain about how guys always lie, cheat, generally are scum, I always picture one of my friends, and I have a lot of friends, but they always describe this one friend to the T. He does everything they complain about, but he also dates a lot of women, because that's the only way guys like him can exist. They can't settle down. They can't, because they lie and they cheat and they can't help themselves. So they have to move from one relationship to another in rapid succession. And me and my friends, we don't go out, we don't interact with women, we're settled down. So I have a theory that every friend group has at least one of these guys, and they're out there giving a bad name for everybody else.
Pretty much all of them dating the same dude. That's what they run into the same dude. Oh, well, it's not out. Listen, if you continue to run into the same man at some point in time, just like you want a man to take responsibility and accountability for who he dates, for the women he's running into, how come you don't have to?
You often hear women say, I don't like lustful men. I want to be respected for my mind and my body. Men are too lustful. They don't want to know me. And that's a noble and in many ways a valid thing. But sometimes it's disingenuous in how they frame it. They want selective admiration from the right man, emotionally, spiritually, and all that, without the man expecting anything from them. The desire should feel good, but only on my terms. And if it's not on my terms, they like to demonize it. And it becomes this one-sided emotional economy where the desires of women are okay and valid, but the desires of men are just out of whack and shouldn't be validated. And that's why oftentimes they're not respected, because you're looking for a one-sided transactional relationship while telling men what they want doesn't matter. And that's why it's never a balanced thing, because you always are trying to make what the men want seem just out of whack and what you want to be, noble and integrity. And I don't see how that's going to work. So when y'all be talking about you don't want lustful men, just say you want a man to provide everything, the provisions financially, emotionally that you want, and you just want him to want nothing from you. That's what you mean.
Now, John Wicks Dog 00 says, women say they hate men who are lustful, but are completely bamboozled and surprisingly turned off by men who are not lustful. Make that one make sense. I think I have an idea. So they don't want a man that's overly lustful, right? But they do want somebody that shows them some sort of attraction and attention. There was this one girl in a clip where she was saying she was ready, basically. She said to the man, I think, when they were going to hang out at his place, hey, just so you know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything with you. I think she was ready to say that. And he ended up not doing anything anyway. He didn't even try to touch her. And she was like, is he on the DL? Like, he didn't even try to put his hands on me. So it's like they don't feel desired. They want men to find the balance for them. And men are just saying, you know what? If I have to sit up here and play these childish games with you, it's not going to be a balance, because I'm not going to touch you at all. I don't want no emotional nonsense going on when I leave up out of here. I got work in the morning.
You know something I've noticed about women that I've gotten older? And let me preface it first before you drag me. So I used to hate the question, how was your day? I used to hate when women asked me how my day was. I'm like, bro, just a day, like who cares? But now that I'm older and I've had all these conversations with these different kinds of women, they really, okay, let me put it on them first. They really care to talk about their day. Like, for real. And the stuff that they've done. Anytime one of my friends would come back from vacation, oh man, look at this. I did all this and whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, I don't care. But now, it's a form of consideration. It's a form of affection. It's a form of love. I'll say it like that. When they get real excited to tell you about their day, like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell you about my day. You be like, why? But now, it's because she wants to include you. She wants to share her internal experiences with you. Goofy boy. And to us, it's like, oh, that's just normal. But to them, like, it's emotional intimacy. That's such a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just now understanding that. So you gotta be interested in that. Show curiosity, show interest, appreciate it, or she gonna think that you really don't care about her. Because now on the other end, it's like, oh, he's not telling me how his day went. He doesn't care about me. That's crazy. When that's not even true. There's such a disconnect in the way we see a lot of things. It's crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I get it now. That in your skin thing. So much stuff like popping in my head now. Like even to the point where it's like how they say they want to be in your skin. They want to be around you and just tell you all of the things all of the time. So when they ask you how your day was, and you just like, that's lame. Now they're like, this dude don't even care about me. I hope it ain't that deep. But I got a lot of women friends, and the places that y'all minds be going sometimes, I be like, how did that even come about? You know what I'm saying? They really care about telling you about the stuff they do, the things that happen to them, the places they've gone. And that's just, to them, that's just casual conversation. But it's also a form of love. For us, we be like, bro, we don't care about none of that. And I think that's the disconnect. Because when we get older, we care. Let's say ask me how my day went today. I'm like, you know what? Thank you for asking. Thank you for considering my well-being. Thank you for thinking about me. And they've been doing this. We just be like, my bad. But I'll just make another video.
Correct. They're experiencing a lot of emotions throughout the day, whether it's pretty much the same thing. They're experiencing the same thing multiple different ways, multiple different days. Men, they experience the same emotions, but they're like, you know what? I can't worry about my emotions. I got to get it done. I got to get to the goal. That's the difference between men and women. But as a man, you can slow down and say, okay, yeah, I'm just listening. Hey, here's how my day was. Even though it's insignificant to you, because what you did was try to get to the goal. And it's like, did I or did I not? But they're just like, oh, well, we did this, we went here, we went there. It's kind of like that analogy, or when a man goes into the store, he goes straight for what he wants, gets it, gets out, mission accomplished. If he does that, fantastic. But for a woman, if she gets it, then great. If not, then I had the experience of running around this store, going on different aisles and just browsing and seeing what else is out there, experiences in life. Really, honestly and truly, you need both of them. Because as a man, if I know what I want, I go in there, save time, I'm efficient. But as a woman, I'm just looking at different things and I have other experiences. So I bring those experiences back to you. So next time you go into the store, or really anything in life, we can have a great experience. We can have a new experience. Does that make sense? So you need both of the ideologies in order to enrich your life. That's the point of a relationship.
Men are never beating the allegations of being dumb and annoying. Let me tell you about the 2 conversations I had yesterday that made me want to pull my hair out strand by strand. So my dresser finally fell apart. It's been falling apart for a while now, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it finally fell apart yesterday. So I took a picture of it and I sent it to this guy and I said, dresser broke. No more. No, I don't need to elaborate. I said, dresser broke. he sent back and he said, okay, I'm gonna come over after work and fix it. And I'm like, first of all, I've never let you inside my house. Second of all, no. So I texted back, I said, it can't be fixed. Because it can't be. Like, it's broke. The bottoms are falling out this hoe. And been falling out. I don't even know where all the bottoms at. You can't fix this. I just need another one. So I texted back, I said, it can't be fixed. He texted me back, he said, I'm gonna call you when I get off work. I'm like, oh my God! What do you need to call me for? It's just a dresser. Either you fix it or buy a new one. It cannot be fixed, so I need a new one. What do we need to talk about it for on the phone? Old people always doing that. Let me call you. No, ho. We're texting right now. So he called me when he got off the phone, when he get off work. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I answer it. I'm like, what's up? He said, hello, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. What's up? And he was like, oh, so what happened to your dresser? Are you dumb, stupid, or slow? I said it's broke. You saw the picture. You asked me what happened to it. I stumped it out. What do you think it happened to it? It fell apart. So I said, oh, it's just broke. And he was like, oh, it's been like that? Or, what is this, a questionnaire? Are you going to buy another one or not? So I'm answering his questions. He's like, okay, well, let me come over and see if I can fix it. I said, it can't be fixed. Like, it just can't be fixed. And he's like, okay, well, we'll think about getting you another one. So I'm on the phone. I'm giving him one word answers. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, all right, bye. Bye. So then he texts me. He says, question mark? I'm like, oh, this is about to piss me off. So I said, what? He said, why can't I just come over and see if I can fix it before getting you a new one? I said, because it can't be fixed. Because actually, you're starting to piss me off. Don't worry about it no more. Damn. So he was like, okay, don't be offended. I just wanted to check and see. And I said, I done told you 3 times this should be fixed. You keep asking me about it. If you ain't got the money, just say that, okay? Don't worry about it. The dresser $200 on Amazon. I'll just give me another dresser. And he's like, no, I got it. I'm gonna start sending it to you bit by bit, and then you can add it all together and apply it. I'm like, Klarna, is my name Afterpay? No, ho. I don't take payment arrangements. Give me the money now. So I said, when do you think you're going to have it by? And he's like, oh, just give me a few days. I said, oh, if you don't got it, then you don't got it. Like, you're not going to give me no money that you don't have. And he was like, oh, that's why I said, just give me a few days. I text back, I said, okay, bye. He kept texting me, I'm the end of the conversation. I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't say nothing to me until you had the money again. I don't want to hear nothing until you had the money. I don't want to hear nothing. So then I'm sitting down and I'm just relaxing. I done had me a cup of ice cream. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna relax. That don't piss me off. I'm relaxed. So this dude call me. At his house guy calls me, and he always gets me because I never recognize the number. So I pick up. I'm like, hello. I hear his little high feminine ass voice. I said, oh my God. I said, how can I help you? He's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at home. He said, where you at? I'm at home. And he was like, oh, we don't ever talk anymore. I said, we never did talk. And he was like, oh, well, we used to talk every now and then. I said, we still talk every now and then. And he said, but we used to talk more than... I'm not finna argue with you. I never with you. Ever. So I'm like, I'm on the phone and I'm like, I put the phone down. I was putting my clothes up. I put the phone down and I just start putting my clothes up and I just keep ignoring him. Cause like, you're just gonna keep going pissing me off. So he on the phone talking to himself and then he go, hello? I said, hello? He said, you wanna come out with me, get something to eat? I said, no, it's kind of late. He said, yeah, well, we can just go somewhere close to your house. I said, I already ate. And that's how you know I really hate it, because if I say I already ate, I never ate. Okay, I'm always looking for free food. But if I say I already ate, that's how you know I really don't like you. Like, please stop calling my phone. He said, okay, well, I'm gonna call you back later. We can talk about it. I hang up the damn phone. This is enough. And it's like, after that, I just had to go to sleep because I'm just like, wow, I'm being harassed. I'm always being harassed. I need to stop giving my number. I be trying to be nice and I be trying to avoid getting put in the headlock in the middle of the street. But I need to say no because y'all are starting to irritate me really bad.
And this is why men stay away from women like this. You guys get upset when a man asks questions that these questions actually make perfect sense. What does it look like? How is it? Maybe I can come over and fix it. I've got tools. I don't want you to fix it. I just want your money. Exactly. Period. End of story. So if you want my money, then guess what? I'm about to start treating you however I want because you only want one thing from me. End of story. That's it. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to be around you because I'm not going to spend my time and my energy and my mental health on some foolishness like this.